Today I'd like to share with you about the theme of humility from Psalm 25. Humility is one of those awkward things. For example, you could ask someone, how great are you at humility? How does someone answer a question like that, right? I'm really terrific at humility. Oops. Or, oh, I'm terrible at humility. I'm just so bad at it. No matter how you answer it, you almost feel like you're in trouble. Um, Psalm 25, verse 9 says this: He leads the humble in what is right and teaches the humble his way. What exactly is humility? If it's so important that we know God teaches the humble and leads the humble, well, we want to be humble, right? We want to be taught by God. We want to be led by God. And well, Dallas Willard, in his book In Search of Guidance, describes humility this way. He said, humility is to refrain from pretending that we are what we know we are not. So that's a sense of putting on airs or talking about ourselves or our achievements or our abilities in a way that we ourselves know is not true. So someone who boasts about how great they are, how smart they are, how strong they are, how gifted they are, how wonderful they are, that's not humility. Secondly, Willard says, humility refrains from presuming a favorable position for ourselves in any context. So, for example, that would be like, well, I'm in a group of people and I assume I'm the smartest person in the room or I'm the most important person in the room. That sort of thing. Fortunately, if we have a humble attitude towards ourselves, we can see the giftedness and the abilities that the people around us have that we lack. And the truth is, every single person we encounter is better or smarter or more capable than we are in any of a host of a number of areas or ways. So that's a way of keeping ourselves humble and not presuming a favorable position for ourselves. And then third, Willard says that humility is to refrain from pushing or trying to override the will of others in our context. And that can be difficult, right? Because we may think, well, the way I see things is the correct way or the right way or the best way. And we may fail to ask enough questions. We may fail to listen. Or conversely, we may fail to open up and to share enough about ourselves that the other person knows what we really think or what we're really feeling or where we're coming from. The important principle that we hear from Psalm 25, verse 9, though, is the value and importance of humility, that God teaches and leads and guides and instructs the humble in what is right and in God's way. So we want to cultivate humility in ourselves. We want to praise humility when we see it in other people. And we always want to remember the opposite of humility, which is pride and arrogance and self-importance and inflating ourselves way out of proportion with reality. That is not the Christ-like path. Christ tread the path of humility, as Paul says in Philippians 2, verses 5 to 11, and we are to follow his example.